Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Would you go to jail for 5 years over gold? Let's explore! Yes, this is an article that was sent to me by Colonic Stacker. And it is fascinating indeed. Coming to a zero hedge, a treasure hunter stays 5 years in jail rather than reveal the location of gold coins worth millions of dollars. In a bizarre saga that sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie script, a former deep-sea treasure hunter has remained in an Ohio jail for a 5th year for contempt of court after refusing to tell the court where a haul of previously sunken and recovered treasure is located that's said to be worth millions of dollars. Scientist and deep water explorer Tommy Thompson is keeping mum as to a precise whereabouts of 500 gold coins that in 1857 went down with a ship called the SS Central America. This probably sounds familiar. Many of us are familiar with that shipwreck off the coast of South Carolina. The coins that the court is inquiring about are believed to be worth at least $4 million, part of much of larger haul from what was once dubbed the world's richest shipwreck. Thompson's is still at the center of a controversy which has raged for decades. Prior reports have estimated that additional gold he could have hidden away in his possession to be worth much more. And here we have a picture Bob Evans, who's a chief scientist on the Central America Ship of Gold project, posing with some of the gold previously recovered from the ship, and interesting indeed. So here's how it began. The steamship sinking off the Carolinas in a hurricane with 105-mile-per-hour wind stands as the country's worst passenger ship peacetime disaster. Of the 578 aboard, 425 of those perished. It also has been called the world's richest shipwreck because it carried 3 tons of gold commercially shipped from the California gold rush, perhaps an equal amount being carried by the passengers. There are rumors of another 15 tons of gold in a secret army shipment. A team of scientists and engineers with specially designed equipment began after the shipwreck site was located in the late 1980s to work on recovering the ship's treasures. A nearly impossible feat. There were engineers, technicians, and owners of high-end sonar equipment who were promised a small share of the wreck's bounty in return for their work, which found the Central America in 1988, some 160 miles off the South Carolina coast, 7,200 feet down on the ocean floor. It took nearly 30 years of litigation and reams of legal documents before a court settlement got them at least a portion of what they were owed. In total, well over $50 to $60 million worth of gold was brought up, according to previous reporting and statements. Over 10,600 gold coins, 577 gold ingots, and over 14,000 silver coins, and over 100 pounds of gold dust and nuggets were recovered, according to Bob Evans, who's the chief scientist in both those expeditions. But Thompson, one of the key team leads on the efforts that recovered the gold, has allegedly held on to some of it all these years, even though he was already paid by investors for his work in recovering it. Bad boy, Tommy Thompson, who looks slightly like Michael Anthony from Van Halen. Thompson's legal woes were compounded, and then he flat refused to reveal where the gold that allegedly remained in his possession was located before going on the run. Thompson took the money, but never returned the gold, leading the investors to sue him. After failing to appear in court in 2012 to disclose the coin's whereabouts, Thompson lived in Florida in hiding for 3 years before U.S. Marshals tracked him to Boca Raton and arrested him. Thompson pleaded guilty for his failure to appear and was sentenced to 2 years in prison and a $250,000 fine, but he had to answer questions in closed-door sessions about the coins which the government estimated to be worth $2 to $4 million. And here is a AP file photo from 1989, shows gold bars and coins from the SS Central America, which was a steamship that sank in a hurricane in 1857, about 160 miles off the North Carolina coast. Columbus American Discovery Group owned the fugitive treasure hunter Tommy Thompson, or owned by the fugitive hunter Tommy Thompson, argues that it has the exclusive rights to the treasure from the shipwreck. Look at that. There it is. Thompson's defense has been that he doesn't actually know where it is. Your Honor, I don't know if we've gone over this road before or not, but I don't know the whereabouts of the gold, Thompson said during a 2017 hearing. I feel like I don't have the keys to my freedom. But in 2018, he admitted that he doesn't know where precisely they were because I put them in an offshore trust. The trustee can put them wherever he wants, as he told the judge. The judge ordered him back in prison until his memory improved, the Seattle Times later wrote. But investors who feel cheated out of the remaining haul from the historic fine believe he's waiting out the legal clock and will try and cash in the moment he gets released from his confinement. That's dedication to gold right there, even though it's a nefarious activity that he has engaged in there. Fascinating indeed. And there we have it. Good old Tommy Thompson. Yes, indeed. Has got some gold, and he's holding on to it. And he's got enough money there, $4 million worth, that, he can just kind of get out of prison, find the gold, and split it with the trustee, I guess, and what have you, and still make out very well in the end. So there you have it. He's being patient, but he went to jail over gold. So post your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks again to Colonic Stacker for sending this along to me. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch this video. And yes, I'm going to ask you and encourage you to please rate, share, hit that notification bell, comment, and finally, after all of that, subscribe.